Hello everybody, it's time for a mailbag. I've got some miscellaneous stuff that's actually been sitting here for a little while, so I don't know what this stuff is. But let's open it up anyway. Feels like there could be my name and address in there. This one. Oh, hold on, we got two things in there. Okay, these are two variations of keyboard pullers, keycap pullers. I was fixing a basically irreplaceable keyboard, and I wanted a couple of options for how I was going to pull the keys. These are real similar designs, but you know, they all have mixed reviews and they all seem to work better for certain circumstances, so I got both of them. So I think this is for pulling the actual key switch, and this is for pulling the key cap. There's one that people seem to like that only had one of these little things, and then these have two, but these seem like the two best reviewed ones on Amazon. So let me see if I can get a keyboard and try it out. Okay, so normally I wouldn't test this on a vintage keyboard, but this one, the plus key is sticking, so I thought not only is this a good test to see if it can do the vintage keys, but also a good test to see if it can pull those odd size keys. So we're going to pull this one off first just to give it a shot. And I mean, that was nice and easy. Let's try this one here. I'm trying to pull off keys that I don't really have any plan on using or won't use much, just in case I screw something up. That one's pretty stuck. So let's see if this other key puller does a better job, because that is not cooperating there. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, that got the whole spring there. So I got a spring stuck. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's try pulling this one with this key puller. Okay, I mean, I can't necessarily say that one is better than the other one, but this one did have an easier time, although I don't really understand how the spring gets pulled in like that. All right, so now the real test would be, can I do this key right here, which that would be a pretty far stretch. So maybe, okay, so it does get under there. Oh, goodness gracious. So we took the stabilizer off and everything. Did not break the key, that's good. But, yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any kind of grinding. We did take the one off next to it too. So did I break the stabilizer bar? I did not break the stabilizer bar, so everything seems good. It just looks a little dirty in there. So, I'll be doing some work on getting that cleaned up, and hopefully I'll get my plus key working. Initial impressions are I like this one a little bit better. I like the handle on this one a little bit better, and I'm guessing there's going to be times that I'm going to want the key switch puller out of it, but I imagine these things being as thin as they are, they're probably not going to hold up for super long, so it's probably not a bad idea to have a couple of them on hand. I have taken the things off with just thin wire before. I've slipped wire under there and pulled them up that way, but this should do less damage theoretically. If you want to know how my week is going, yes, I did spend half an hour looking for that fourth spring, and yes, it was in the corner behind the bench power supply. Next up, we've got another package. Okay, so these are more RCAs. I had some in another video, and these took a long time to get here, but these are going to be for Atari video mods. And my thought was that in the event that I were to make a mistake drilling out the actual RCA jack, I could replace it with these ones that have a little panel on them. So, you know, old things are brittle, and in the event that there's a problem drilling out an individual one and the hole gets a little bit big or something like that, I can put this in there. Although these may not be a bad idea by themselves, so we'll see. Wanted to have a couple of options. Things go wrong sometimes, and I got, what is it, six of these for some Ataris, and I have a pile of Atari stuff to mod. And next up, we have a couple of things that are a little bit different for the channel, but I thought I'll go ahead and throw it in there. It is my nephew's 16th birthday, so I bought him a couple of weird, nerdy things. I'm not going to take these out of the package. Well, I guess I can open this. This is a tactical pen, and I had gotten him one before that actually broke. And again, I'm not going to destroy this or anything like that. But I got him another tactical pen that I thought had some cool features. Let's take a quick look at it. So in here it has a flashlight and I think it actually has a pen and some other things for like breaking glass. Let's take a look at it, see what it says real quick. It's got screwdrivers, 4-in-1 multi-head, a glass breaker, a ballpoint pen, a flashlight, pen clip, and 3 batteries times 2. So it's got some backup batteries. So just kind of a cool little tactical pen to carry around, and you know, you never know, you get in an accident, you might need to break some glass. All right, and this, I don't want to open this up, but this is a 21-in-1 multi-tool, and it's crazy how far these things have come. You know, you can get a Leatherman, or you can get I've got a nice Gerber that I really like, but you can go online, and this is actually a crazy well-reviewed multi-tool for a reasonable price. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then the last thing, again, I don't know if I'm going to be able to open this one up. This is 999.9 gold playing cards, and he really likes playing cards and stuff. So I got him this pimp set of gold gilded playing cards in a cool little box. Next up is this thing, and I think I know what this is. I don't know what the deal has been, but there's been this trend of people asking me to review air compressors. In fact, there was a Kickstarter one going around that I was asked to review, and then when it was time to actually make the video, they told me that if I didn't send it to them as for them to preview and to green light, that I couldn't do it. And so rather than sit there argue with them, I just didn't do it. And that is the thing with reviews. That's the thing you always got to watch out for. You know, is somebody out there previewing the content. I don't mind if people preview. A lot of times when I do something that's technically complicated, I let them preview it just to make sure that I got it right. But I don't let them come in and change my editorial opinion, and I won't. So this was another company that I'd asked to send me a compressor, and I was going to pit it against this one, which I'll blur out. Ooh, the embargoed compressor. I'm not going to name the company, but I would say you might want to think twice about looking at any reviews about that thing. You know it's bad when they start changing it from you're a reviewer to you're a brand ambassador. I am not your brand ambassador. Okay, so anyway, we got this thing here, and rant over, and let's open it up. Okay, so this is the Hychika Air Compressor, and it is kind of, oh, okay, it's got some extra stuff going on here. Cool. All right, we'll talk about this individually, and then maybe I'll do a little bit of a comparison. It's got this hose on top for a blower or inflator. I've used one similar to this to just blow sawdust off on the desk and stuff like that. And then it's also got a place to store the accessories. We've got what looks like maybe a Schrader. What is that? Is that Presta? Yeah, it's a Presta adapter. We've got some other kind of inflator thing and the 8-pin ball thing, you know, for inner tubes and stuff like that. I've got a bunch of these Presta adapters. In fact, that's the main reason why I wanted it. Now, another thing that's kind of cool about this is it's got the 3 LEDs on the side. I wasn't expecting that. And it's got a digital display. So let's get the rest of the accessories out and see what we got. Now this isn't part, they do make a bunch of other tools, but this isn't part of any kind of line that you're going to get at Home Depot. We've got what looks like it's going to be a low profile battery and a lithium ion charger right here. And we've got a single battery in the package. Says the thing has a 30-day money-back guarantee, lifetime tech support, and some other warranty. It does have the indicator on the battery telling me how much charge is in it, and they properly shipped it about halfway charge. That's what you want to do. And looks like it's made to also handle a larger battery. Looks like maybe they have a 4 amp hour battery or something. I would assume this is 2. Yeah, it's a 2 amp hour battery. So the battery comes in here and slides underneath, and the thing stands up. And so we can turn on the lights there. Nice little 3 LED setup. And let's see, I'm going to try not to make any noise. Well, I guess I'm not really going to have a choice. What am I missing here? Oh, okay, cool. We can turn this on. All right, so this is cool. This is the digital display. And what I really like about these kind is that you can come in here and set them for a certain number of PSI. So I'm going to hold that up. And on my bikes, for instance, I generally go to 100, 105 PSI. So it's really nice because you can actually put that on there and let it go, and then it will fill it up and it will stop when it's the right pressure, which is really nice for your multitasking. A lot of times I'll be holding that on there with one hand while I'm putting on my shoes and stuff like that, and then just know that it's going to turn itself off. So that's really cool. I want to let that display turn off by itself because it will over time. But that thing looks remarkably similar to this thing. This is the Ryobi version, and it's got a screen up top that is way smaller, and the screen on this actually died. This is one of the few things at all that has died on a Ryobi tool for me. So it has a very similar design, up, down, and then you know, the ability to change the units, the 1 switch, 2 switch. But this one, the Ryobi one, does not include the light, which I think is actually kind of a nice feature. Like, I like having that light on there. The other thing that it looks like is, I'm seeing here, this thing has a cord on it. Is the cord removable? No, so the cord is there all the time. That's interesting. The cord allows you to charge it via 12 volts. So you can actually plug the thing in here, or and charge the battery, or use this via 12 volts. And that is kind of interesting to me, and I'll tell you why. So one of the things I was concerned about with the embargoed unit was that they said that you could not keep it in a car above 115 degrees. So, you know, you always see those things in the news, like, don't leave your kids or your pets in a car, you know, even on a nice day. So I decided to do a little bit of a calculation. And apparently inside your car on a 70-degree day, it can get 115 degrees in the car, which means the number one reason why you would want something like this, or a battery-operated compressor at all, is to be able to leave it in the car. Now, if you can't leave it in the car because it's not safe in the hot temperatures, then you might as well just get one that plugs in. So that's kind of my thought, is that with this thing, I can actually plug it in the back and use the DC from the van to inflate my bike tires, and in the event I would actually get a flat tire, I could use the DC from the van in the back to power and fill up both rear tires. I can use the DC in the front to power up and fill up both front tires, and I won't need a battery at all. Now, the one thing I've seen is that when you disconnect the battery or disconnect this thing from power, you do have to start over again all the way at 2 PSI. And I find that a little bit annoying for somebody who has to go up to 100 all the time. You know, it's not bad. It's just an extra 10 seconds or so that you have to do to set it where in direct sunlight and stuff like that, that's a little trickier.